sales, representing a company and earning an income on commission. Maybe you're a network marketer and you're able to build a team, a downline, make residual income, but still on a commission-based income stream. Or maybe you're a small business entrepreneur and you're still at that point where everything depends on you, especially the income side, the sales to make income. If that's the case, you're the person I'm talking to today. And we're looking at the predictable paycheck, or what I like to call the stable table. And when you're in a sales career, how to create a stable ability to provide for your family. Hi, Trudy Beerman here of TrudyBeerman.com, host of Debt Free Wealth Radio. Now, I've been in sales for many, many years. I own my own business, and I am primarily responsible for the business that comes in. I've been in insurance and real estate, which is definitely commission based, and it doesn't take you long to realize that a contract signed does not always equal a contract closed. And I am a part of an awesome network marketing opportunity as well currently. So I have definitely been through the gamut of the income experience as resulting from being in sales. And because I am committed to having debt-free wealth, I have come across some strategies that have really made it possible to create a somewhat stable table, as I like to call it, that ability to provide almost predictable amount for your family. So we're going to be looking at this in a 4-video series. This is video 1, and in this video we're going to be looking at what I call the stable table versus the more common feast and famine experience that most people in sales goes through. In video 2, we'll look at image equals income. At least that's the belief of a lot of salespeople. We're going to bust that myth in video number 2. Video number 3, we're going to look at what I call the bumper cars income management system. And we all know, even though you haven't heard what I call, what that means yet, I'm pretty sure you can imagine what that means. And we all know that that system has failed miserably many times over. You want to avoid that. So that will come up in video 3. In video 4, which will wrap up the series, we'll actually look at some actual steps so that you can have a stable table, as I have defined it anyways. Now, there's a caveat here that I'm assuming you want to have a successful profession in sales. Now, I'm saying that because there are some people who are kind of like landing in sales just to kind of hold the fort until they find that job. That's not the person I'm talking to. You see, I have determined that people who are in a job, it's not so much that they have a problem with what goes into the sales career as it is that they have a problem with the lack of predictability of a paycheck. And so let's just talk about the stable table first of all. So as I have defined the stable table, it is a sales career equivalent to a predictable paycheck. It's that amount of money that, despite the income variations that will come with being in sales, that is that amount of money that, despite the income variation, has been coming in on average over an income period. Now try and remember this definition as we go into the upcoming videos. So like I said, what I want to wrap up this particular video is what I call the stable table versus the feast and famine experience that a lot of salespeople, a lot of new entrepreneurs are familiar with. And it's that time where, the feast and famine experience is like a lot of money today and then a dry season, and a lot of money and then a dry season. That's what we typically refer to as the feast and famine experience. And that is super scary to a lot of people. In fact, there are some people who have had a really awesome sales career with a great feast period. And the moment the famine period hits, they bail and they panic. And what are they looking for? What? A job. Because all of a sudden, the lack of predictability has become a problem. And that's because they haven't learned how to create a stable table. So the most common fear for not having, for those people who don't want to have a sales career, is a lack of the predictable income. Those people who've decided to have a job, what they're really looking for is that predictable income. Even when that income they know ahead of time is inadequate, they will still choose it over the sales opportunity because the sales opportunity is unpredictable even though it is also unlimited. So they're picking predictable but inadequate versus unpredictable and unlimited. You see, those of us who have chosen the option of being in sales deliberately, we want to be here. We have that vision. We have that hope. We have that confidence in ourselves, or we're prepared to do the personal development, whatever it takes, because we don't want to be boxed in. We don't want to be boxed in even at the level of income, because we already know that when you have a job, no matter how hard you work, there is a limit to how much you can earn. In fact, that's actually why a lot of people want to have a job, because they really don't plan to work and they still want income. But for those of us who really want to work, want to put value out there in the world, we want that value and level of effort, even if we're working smart and smarter and not so much harder. We want to be adequately compensated, and we know our value, and our value is way and beyond what the job is going to pay us. So we've chosen the sales path, and it is sometimes pretty scary. So let's work through this video series. Coming up next in video 2, like I said, is image equals income, or at least that's what a lot of people think. We're going to bust that myth. Coming up next, video 2.